welcome back to the stream. The episode, what is this now? Episode 22, Ravendawn World. Dr. Sachs, how are y'all doing? Wouldn't you know it, as soon as I fire up the stream and get everything rolling, all of a sudden there's a server announcement. We will conduct a quick restart in 15 minutes. I didn't misread that. That's in there twice. To apply some performance improvements to the server. We expect it to be online again right after the restart. Thank you for your attention. So we may just chit-chat, chew the fat, chit-fat, whatever, for a couple minutes when this thing restarts. Sounds like it's going to be one of those things that's just basically a reboot. They've got some enhancements. I'll tell you what, man, the dev team seems on top of things. Do these guys get any sleep? I'm a little concerned for their health, to be honest, because they do quite a few updates during the course of the week. In fact, sometimes multiple ones in the course of a day from what I've seen. And I'm not even on all the time, not even close to all the time. So who even knows how many times they update in the course of 24 hours. Anyway, I am happy to say I'm in some new gear. I spent a little time off stream, finally getting some fresh tier 3. That's all this goodness right here. And I've got them imbued up to rare status. And I've already got my ice dagger that I got in the previous episode. That's tier 3. The only thing I don't have the money for right now is a tier 3 tower shield. And they're not cheap. They're about 20k minimum. Maybe 18 at the bottom tier for tier 3. So I got to grind. I got to get some money. So let's go over the bounty board, and I expect this thing's going to restart pretty soon. Also, I think it might be hostile out here, so I need to kind of watch my back. So I'm streaming this in the evening right now. It's after 9 o'clock. It's a great game to just kind of chillax with after a long day of whatever you're up to. Oh, that's a funky color on that MOA. Alright. I get to re-roll. I completed this bears. Okay, servers go down 11 minutes. Oh, that's kind of an unfortunate roll, because I don't think any of these are going to give up hides. Dang it. Never thought I'd be after wolves as much as I am now, because usually I don't like to kill wolves, because the wolves are always having to be killed in these fantasy games. But now that I know that those hides are worth money and I need money, wouldn't you know it? Didn't get a good roll. Okay, well. The elves actually dropped some decent loot. They wouldn't give me many marks. Goblins would probably give me slightly better EXP. I don't like to fight toads. Honestly, I think the elves would actually be a good place to fight, actually. That way I'm not locked into it for long. It's only 15,000 plus I think in general there's more of them to kill. It's a pretty decent camp. So the grind goes pretty quick. But we might as well hang out, I think, because the server is about to go down in 9 minutes. So I don't want to be going up there and all of a sudden everything goes down. So we'll just chill in Capital for a minute. Wondering if I should sell maybe some cosmetics. I sold the last little batch of what I had in my bank. I wish we could sell our old rings and stuff. That's really kind of annoying, to be honest. We should be able to recoup money out of stuff that we've earned. This stuff just goes to waste. Alright. Fine steel fragments. Elemental crit. I want to make sure I don't sell something that I might need. These poisonous sacks. I don't think I'm going to need these things, am I? Oh, I've got some... I got some more stuff here I could sell. Hold on a minute. Elven hair. I got a lot of these poisonous sacks. Let's go ahead and sell half of these, just see what happens. Although I'm a little nervous to sell cosmetics, honestly. Hold on a minute. Let's look at our customization options. Oh, look, you can get... Oh, I just noticed you can get different shields. What? Look at the magical sigil. Alright, before we sell any cosmetics, when we come back, I'm going to go check out these different shield requirements. I don't know, which one do I want? The one with the sigils on it or the golden protector? Either one is kind of cool. That would stand out from this basic one. The sigils are cool. I guess it'll depend on what is needed. Let's see here. Who do I need to talk to? Sister Sophia? Is that just a misspelling? We'll go down here just before the server goes down. See if we can find this NPC. Well, there she is right there. Whoops. It's a giant temple? What is this? See, there's parts of this capital city here in Rivercrest I never even looked at. Yep, it is a giant temple. Going down in 4 minutes. All right. Welcome, child, to the most holy site in all of Ravendawn. Take a moment to rest and gather your strength in this sacred place. Child, you don't look much older than me. I suppose you're right. What as I said is true, though, however. I don't doubt you. This place is pretty grandiose. It is the landing site of our founders, Lucian and Ananda. These names. This is where the prayers of our ancestors were answered and the light of the dawn welcomed them. A tale that brings comfort to all, unlike the goody two-shoes here on this night. It is the very foundation upon which our society rests. Right. It is in fact my duty to offer blessing to the champions of the unfortunate such as yourself. Meaning what exactly? Meaning that if you can prove you can defeat enemies of the people, I will be able to imbue your equipment with magical sigils. Will I get some sort of magical powers? Well, not exactly, but they will mark you as a defender of the innocent and will earn you respect from all who are faithful to the church. Well, that kind of meets with my role-playing on this character. I'll probably be chasing the murderers. And what did you say you wanted for that? There are wolves that attack the innocent and poor, making the roads unsafe for travel. Bring me 35 wolf skulls and I can grant you the sigil. All the more reason for me to go hunt wolves now. I'll think about it, take care. So I have a couple of those, but they're kind of rare. But I could probably get them off the auction house. All right, well, let's go ahead and just chit-chat for a minute here. This is about to go down. And when we come back, we will look into getting some of these wolf skulls. That's cool. See, there's cool things like that in this game that you don't have to pay a dime for. You just have to know where to look on your character sheet and do a little side quest hustle. And next thing you know, you've got some sexy upgrades on your character. So you can make that retro look even better. I've actually got some pretzels for a change. I needed some snacks. I don't usually eat pretzels that much, but I just had a hankering for something crunchy tonight, so. All right, so while the server reboots here, hopefully it won't take long. They say it's going to be quick. Kind of a weird time of day to do this, but I guess I'm not sure where they have their studio base, but I think it might be over in England. So for them, this probably makes perfect sense. It's probably like after midnight over there. In fact, let me look here. I bet I can tell you right now what time it is. Yeah, it's 2:31 a.m. in London. I'm going to log out right now. That way everything is saved. Oh, well. If you're watching this on YouTube, hope you got it in the background. This is not the most exciting footage right now. It's been that kind of day, it figures. Funny story, I was heading to work this morning and I was, you know how gas prices are. They're crazy, right? So I'm checking out some gas stations on the highway and I'm like, oh, no, that's way too high. I think I've got enough to make it to town. So I do, I make it to town, but then I'm like looking at the tank. Okay, it's getting down there. Hey, Josh. I'm an anger horn. But it's just, everything's rebooting right now, so. Apparently. Hopefully it'll be quick. So anyway, quick story, finish it. So I'm looking at the thing and man, I'm getting on fumes. And I drive down this road that I drive like 3 days a week. And like, wouldn't you know it, there's like a literal police blockade. I don't know what was going on. There was like 10 police cars ahead of me blocking the road, closed it off. And I'm like, of all the days, here I am heading to my favorite gas station. I got no gas, and suddenly somebody decides to block off the road. I couldn't believe it. I was like, so I did a quick U-turn, and luckily I got to the gas, but barely. Anyway. And when I got to the gas station, it was like packed. Like, why is the gas station? That's just Murphy's Law. That hasn't ever happened to me before. I've never seen that kind of thing happen on that road. And one day when I am on fumes, it happens. It's crazy. What are the odds? All right, let me see if I can enter the world here. May still be down. Oh, nope. Is it back up? Or is it about to go? I think it should be back up. Okay. Before I fire up the stream and show you guys the window again, let's just give it a second. Of course, I'm standing here in this temple all alone. I'd be in this NPC. I don't see any players. It's not like I'm at the bank, so it's hard to gauge. Let's see if I can walk over and see anybody through the walls. Probably good. All right, back in Ravendawn. Yeah, I'm running around an Angerhorn with my characters. I have one character that I first started over on the other server back when I first loaded up the game, but after about 8 levels, I quickly realized maybe I don't want to be on this server, and I started over here. So my other character, technically my alt, was actually my second character, and this is my third that I created. So anyway, so I came over here to look at some cosmetic options for my shield, because actually I've got to go buy. I got to buy a shield, and when I was thinking about it, I was like, well, wait a minute. I never looked at cosmetic options for the shield on the plate user, and they're kind of cool. So as it turns out, wolf skulls. I have a couple of them in the bank. I was getting ready to sell some cosmetics. But before I do, I want to make sure I don't sell stuff that I might want. And I'm not going to sell those wolf skulls now. I only have like 3, I think, anyway. All the more reason to go hunt wolves when I can. And unfortunately, I rolled badly on the bounty board a few minutes ago and didn't get any animals to hunt. So I won't be collecting any hides. On the bounty anyway. But now that I know I need wolf skulls and I'd like to get some hides, I may go kill some wolves anyway. Also, well, there's a wolf skull, and there's actually, wait a minute. Is that 11? Problem I'm running into, I notice sometimes. Let's see here. With when they have borders on them, they obfuscate the numbers. I think that's 11. It is 11. Okay, so that's nice. So I've got 12 wolf skulls already. All right, so let's keep those on me. And I've got a handful of ore here, higher quality stuff that I can put on the auction house right now. Let's go look at this cosmetic option number 2, though. The shield. I'm looking at just the free stuff here. Not a paying customer yet in this. So there's golden protector. We're looking for Sir Alexander down in the southwest part of Ravencrest. Okay. Let's head down there. Let's see what he requires. No, here he is, right here. What is this, like Eric's? Yeah. You there. Are you willing to undertake the trials of becoming knight, protector of the innocent, smiter of evil, more than anything else? That's the right attitude. I have a good feeling about you. You're a really positive guy, huh? It is my duty as a knight. Now will you join me? Sure, why not? Excellent. You'll have to complete 2 trials to become like me. Once you succeed, you will be granted the Winged Protector and the Golden Protector, a set of old... A what? Okay, they didn't edit this. A set of only worn by true knights. It should be a set only worn by true knights. All right, so what are the trials? To claim the Golden Protector, you must deliver 100 emeralds, 200 thunderous conches, conchs, I guess those are shells, and 100 gadget fragments. Wow, okay, that's a little crazy. I think I'll get the other one with the wolf's heads. As for the Wing Protector, you must bring 850 goblin ears and 500 hexing vestiges. Holy. Okay. Well, I've got quite a few goblin ears, but not 850. Any reason why those specifically? I believe you'll understand that to claim these items, you will have to fight those who would harm the innocent. By doing so, you will earn your place. Fair enough. See you soon. All right. You know what? Maybe... I wonder how much wolf skulls go for. They're probably pricey. All right. So we don't want to get rid of goblin ears. In fact, let me ask this guy again. In my haste, I forgot to write down. Yeah, well, I'm not writing all this down. I haven't seen emeralds. I haven't seen conchs or gold gadget fragments. So I'm not worried about that. Hexing vestiges. I might have some of those and haven't noticed the name. Let's have a look at the bank. Oops, what the heck? I'm positive I have goblin ears. I was actually thinking of selling some, but not now. Whoop, here I go again. Let's see. What did he say? Hexing vestiges. Got elemental crystal. There's goblin ears. Thought I had more than that. Hold on a minute. No. 17. Man, okay, so getting goblin ears would take a long time. The rest of the stuff I don't even have. How many wolf skulls did she say she needed? Let's go look at the price of wolf skulls, just out of curiosity. And actually, I probably should sell some of these poisonous sacks, because if I'm running this guy, I doubt I'm going to ever need these. Let's see here. Plus, I hate killing those toads. They're just annoying. Don't ask me why. It's an ism I've developed, or I'm not sure how. All right. Let's see. Oops. What the heck were they? Poisonous sack. Oh, they only go for like 20 apiece. Well, that's disappointing. That's also, if I need them, easy enough to buy back. That's fine. Oh, current sell offers. Some people are trying to sell this stuff for ludicrous amounts, of course. And then there's those that are just selling them to sell them. Alright, well 20 seems to be the minimum I'm doing. 20's fine. Boom. Get rid of those. Whenever. Now, real quick, let's check those. Wolf skulls, those will probably be expensive. You watch. Nope. No, they're not. I'm shocked. Alright. I think she said 30. I've got 12. I need 8 more. Let's just go ahead and buy 8 from this guy right here. How much does that cost? Like next to nothing. 160. I could be wrong. She might need more. Oh wait, do I do? My math is wrong. Yeah, I need 10 more, don't I? What was I thinking? All right. There we go. This guy's got plenty. Give me 10 of yours. All right, now I've got 30. Back to the temple. So we get a shiny sigil on our shield maybe, and look that more of a badass. Will it make anybody think twice about attacking me out in the field? Probably not. Oops, hold on. Where am I? Where's the temple? Is it here? It's here. All right, sister. $35. Wouldn't you know it? Oh, my memory's getting bad. I'm getting old. All right, 5 more. Wait a minute. Am I picking the wrong things? Let's double check this too. It's got to be wolf skulls, right? But let's make sure I'm not misreading that. It's like wolf sigils or something. Wolf skulls. Okay, 5 more. Can't mount my mower inside the temple? Actually, I'm not surprised. I'm just acting surprised. All right, 5 more wolf skulls, please. Perfect. All right. That didn't cost me that much to buy those wolf skulls. I am a happy boy. Because I need to scrape up probably about 15K just to get a new shield. It's going to hurt. It's going to take a little while the way things are going at the moment. Oop. This away. You know what? I think I need to turn the background music up a little bit. Let me see something for you guys. Anyway, I can hear it, but I noticed in the stream it's a little bit quieter. All right. All right, sister. I've got the skulls. Yes, I have it ready. Take it all. Magical sigils outfit unlocked. Thank you. You're obviously a true champion of the innocent. Now allow me to draw the magical sigils upon your shield so that you may protect the innocent in the light of the dawn. Sure. Whoa, wait. Whoa. Okay. There we are. Any who are truly faithful to the church will know you are a champion of the faith. Carry your shield with pride. I will, sister. Farewell. All right. Let's go ahead into outfits. Weapon. Boom. Magical sigils on the shield. Hey, look at me. All right. I no longer look like a noob. Actually, I didn't with the helmet on, but no, I definitely don't. I was wondering where those guys were getting that fancy looking shield from. Cool. Can even see it on my back when I'm on the moa. All right, now we got to do some farming. Whoop. I don't have to go kill wolves necessarily. Let's go kill some of those elves, get this bounty done, and then when I'm done with that, then I'll go kill probably bears or wolves, both. All right. The elves do drop a decent... They have some better trash loot, I've noticed, than others. Some of their stuff is worth several hundred silver if you get lucky enough to get a drop. And there's tons of them up here. Yeah, how's the map looking anyway? Looks like it's safe, safe, safe. Well, I probably could have just done the respawn shrine, but yeah, whatever. I just fed my moa. He can run. I also have my little housing deed on me. But I don't even know how that operates. If I was lucky enough to find an empty plot, would I need a whole bunch of silver to put a deed down? I don't even know. So, but I've got it on me just in case. I had it in the bank. Of course, I wouldn't even know where to start. This looks like an empty plot right here. What is this? Holy 5 million! It does cost. Okay, that's the first time I've seen this. So some of these places are opening up. 5 million. Holy, does that mean there's some smaller ones around here? Okay, so there are land deeds to be had on Angerhorn. People are dropping out, dropping off. But that's a lot of cheese, man. You better have some cash in the bank. I sure don't have 5 million silver. Oh, here's another one. Which is this? What's this one? Choose a position to claim your land. A what? Sorry, you don't have enough silver to purchase this land. Well, it didn't show me a price. Why isn't it showing me a price here? Info. The other one showed me, but this one doesn't. There's another. So now I found 2 empty plots all in the span of this one episode already. Fascinating. Why doesn't it show me the price? Well, I'm assuming I'm too poor to buy it anyway, but I would like to see the price on that one. I don't know if that's just a bug or what, but... Alright, where we heading here? Due north. Whoop. Alright, elves. I hate to keep picking on you, but... You came up in the bounty board, that's it. These annoying little things. Alright. In my new gear, what it'll feel like. Am I gonna notice a difference? I should have a lot more. My crit hits should be brutal now. Got a lot of impact points. Didn't get any precision on my gear yet, though. That's unfortunate. Maybe I'll find a shield with some precision. Aha, Avetti. Supposedly I am a knight. Goodness, but I'm killing elves. I don't get it. Hey, don't question the government, man. No, always question the government. It's not in this game, I guess. Okay, yeah, I'm hitting like a truck. Well, I crit anyway. I definitely want to see better implementation of the floating text. combat text. I need options. I don't see the criticals easily enough. It's not satisfying enough. 173 just from a basic attack. Oh, he's just blinking away at me. Come here. The rate of fire on these bows is nuts. All right. Like I said, these elves are a good measure of your character at my current effective level of 21. You can kind of make it as hard as you want to make it, depending on how many you get surrounded by, to test your mettle and your skills that you put on. My main heal, emergency heals, is Feasting Strike, but also if I apply enough dots, I'm getting healed over time quite a bit because of my passives, but also when I use the Eternal Worms. And I've got the barrier off of Spiritual that I like to apply as often as I can when the timer's not keeping me from using it. So without having any holy or protection, this has actually turned out to be pretty tanky, which is what I was hoping for. And yet I don't feel like I'm spread too thin as a hybrid at all. I don't really have to rely on spell casting and intelligence much, because the abilities I'm using don't really require that to be effective. And I do have a decent amount of intelligence on him anyway. Probably should put some more points in. Now that I'm pretty confident I'm at the soft cap on my stats for might, right around now at 39. And so my intelligence is my lowest stat, but even in there it's 13 with stuff from the current equipment I have, so it's not bad. But I should probably put a couple more points in. Get it to 20. 15 at least, I think. All right, this is going quick. I'm already almost a third of the way through this little bounty, which is what I kind of wanted. Yeah, you see all those little... You can't probably see them because they're so damn small, but I've got lots of little heals happening. I'm definitely hitting noticeably harder overall. Yeah, my DPS is definitely up from the gear set. .228 critical. Oh, okay. Let me put on some buffs here. We got one of these annoying things. This summoning stone or whatever they're called. I don't even know what you call them. Oh, and we're all going to have to deal with ads too. Hold on, am I near this thing or what? Attack him. Alright, better put a couple of at least one stone on my dagger. Alright, we're gonna try this. This'll knock out the bounty just by itself if I sit here and kill everything and don't die. Oh, priestess. Oh, brother. Here we go. Another one. We'll see how tank I actually am now. Oof. It's getting scary. It's hard to tell who I'm targeting here. I don't have any... Whoop. No. Oh boy, I died. I realized I didn't have any damn heal pots again. I thought I had heal pots. Oh, you know what? And I started fat fingering my buttons because I panicked. Classic. I didn't put my major heals back up because I wasn't able to use them before. I bet I can use them now. Because my effective leveling... Luckily, I'm close by, so we might still be able to finish this up. Hold on, let me get these. Should be able to use these now. Yes. Damn it. Should have had those on my bar. Paid the price. Alright, no harm done. These things are just annoying. Gotta go kill some elves. I don't have time for this. Actually, all things considered, there were pops there and everything else. I was surrounded by like 4 elves at a time. I think it was not too bad. I would have survived if I hadn't fat-fingered things too, I think. Alright, can I get in through here? No. Charge. Alright, let's get in there quick. These things have a hidden timer on them for some reason, and they will disappear, and then you get nothing, which really sucks. It actually might already be gone. Is it over here? I thought it was right here. Don't tell me it's gone. What, do they disappear if you die? Could have sworn they still remained. But I think it is gone. Hmm. Maybe it's over here. I don't think it was, though. No. No, I think... I could swear they actually did not disappear. Maybe it was over here? I don't know. I could be wrong. Or the game could just be random. Or they changed something in a recent patch. Who the heck knows? So it's over here. Everything looks the same. I have to... One-on-one, these things cannot even deal, but yep, I think it's gone. Hey. Did that thing auto-target? Hold on a second. No, it didn't. It would have been cool if that bull rush ability would automatically pick a target without me having to tap tab. That would have been interesting. Okay, so we got no EXP for all those elves that I was trying to kill earlier, which kind of stinks. But that's the risk you take, I guess. So I guess those stones just disappear. If you die, maybe. I never thought they actually did that, but I don't usually die, so that explains that. Fortunately, I lost the buff on my weapon when I did that too, and everything else. And those are not cheap little coarse whetstones either. So I'm not buffed at all, and I'm not having any issues with these elves, and that's good. Why am I not charging? Oh, that thing's still on cooldown? 20-second cooldown on that thing. A little much. And this is why melee classes in RPGs are typically not viable enough compared to ranged. Their utilities are on crazy cooldowns. At 15k already for the bounty. Then I won't be able to get a new bounty for hours, which means not during this episode. You can significantly alter that if you're paying real life money, which is, some people would argue, a little pay to win. And I would say you're probably right. This barrier has a shorter cooldown than the charge, by 5 seconds. It's a little nuts. Not complaining about the barrier having a shorter cooldown. I'm just saying, I think it shouldn't have one shorter than the charge. Six. $264. That's just from this brutal strike. 235 crit. Hey, Bloody. I don't even know what channel I'm on. I'm on channel 11, I guess. Who are you PvPing? Hey, you can come bite me if you want. I don't know what level you are. You're probably higher, I'd imagine. Not that it really matters. That charge needs some work. It's like half the time when I use it, it just kind of blinks my guy right onto the target. Not really the most fulfilling charge, is it? Yeah, too bad there isn't like a little arena somewhere where people could test out their builds against each other. I guess they plan to put that in, actually. Alright, well, I'm done grinding on these elves for the bounty. They do probably decent trash. See, they do drop decent trash loot. And decent amount of supply bags compared to most stuff that I've farmed in this game anyway. Trying to save up the money for a shield. 220 from that. Oh, hey. Ooh, 544 from that one. Wouch. That was the guillotine critical. Okay, this druid is annoying me. So much crap on the screen, you can't even tell what's happening. That's probably premature on hitting her with that. I didn't have any dots on her. Will I die here? No. Alright. Pretty tanky. Can get kind of hairy sometimes, though. Didn't have to quaff a pot. Who's this guy? Wire Moon? Is that you, Bloody, or is that somebody else? Everything's a safe zone, unfortunately, in this game. Look at that. The whole map's a safe zone right now. Yeah, they need to do something about that. It's too many safe zones. There was a couple of war zones, believe it or not, when I first logged in, before they rebooted the server. These two areas over here were war zones. And even Glademar was a hotbed. But yeah, it's too safe out in these in the world in this game. That's part of the issue, I think. These PvEers need to calm their jets, man. They can't handle a little antagonism from, you know, role players that are doing their evil deeds on MMOs, and they should be in a solo game, in my opinion. I've always had that opinion, though. Yeah, but it's just there's not. Yeah, I know they change, but they just don't change enough, and there's way too many. When they do change, it's like 90% safe zones. It's like, it's silly. They need to change the ratio dramatically, because it's just not. It's not adventurous enough. A lot of the other streamers are saying the same thing, complaining about it. And people in their chats are saying the same. I see it all the time. So, and you know. Now nobody wants to even get infamy because it's too heavy on them. They need to balance all of that. They're just basically making it so people don't want a PvP. Because either the ones that want a PvP are getting penalized too harshly, or there's not enough opportunities to PvP in the first place. So it's kind of like, well. I'm sure things will change dramatically once they reach the stage where they put in guild strongholds, and I'm assuming guild versus guild combat will be a thing, and hopefully that means we can have situations where you can fight freely against enemy guilds. I'm hoping that's what they have intended. Okay, well, 7K, only about 13K to go. Jeez. Let's see, what kind of trash am I holding here? That's about 60 silver. Or 120, so this is like 200. 225, something like that. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not getting enough silver here. I might as well go kill some wolves or bears and just hope I get some mining opportunities and some hides, maybe. Hey, where are you going? I gotta get a stun of that charge with a card, don't I? Why use it on there right now? Bull Rush stuns your target for 1 second. It's not good enough. That's why I'm using this other one. It's a teal card. Reduces armor by 8% for 8 seconds. But in PvP, I would want the stun. Probably. If it was longer. 1 second isn't enough to worry about. If it was 2 or more, yeah, maybe good. Even then, I might use it in PvE. Fix the game, the guy's name is. Well, that's one way to advertise to the devs. All right. I know where bears are. Bears are probably the way to go, right? For now. There's some mining to be had, but they'll probably be loaded with people mining anyway. Oh, and FYI, there are some plots available, but they're pricey big ones. But I've seen 2 tonight already that were open. If you got 5 million silver, you can have yourself a house. On Angerhorn. Not far from Ravencrest. What kind of build you running, Bloody? Class. I think it's Witch's Crag that I'm going to. It'd be nice if we could put waypoints of our own on the map too when we click on a whole bunch of quality of light stuff. Quality of life stuff needs to be added to the game. Say, what class are you? What's your main class that you're running right now? Your archetypes. Scholar, okay. I don't think I've run that one. What is that, like spirit, wizardry? Let's go up here for a second. Sell my crap. Holy Shadow Spiritual. Oh, okay. Well, that's different. Holy Witchcraft Spirit. Okay, that makes more sense, yeah. It's a pretty good mix, probably. And the board will let me refresh it in just under 3 hours. What? That special... What happened to my special effect there? It didn't go off. I don't know what happened. I hate these little mushroom things. So let's see what kind of drop rate I get on hides over here. It's strong for spamming smite. Smite powerful enough to be viable? The highest damage basic ability for spell power. Is it really? I had a build on this guy here just before I swapped him out again with archetypes. That had the holy in it. I was using the smite, but I wasn't really using it for damage though, because it wasn't, you know, he's a might build, so. But yeah, if you're running int, it's powerful enough, huh? Good to know. I'm not even going to run buffs. I'm going to run like one piece of Rona Cracker here, and that's all. I should be fine. More than fine, actually. I can see things. $90 scaling compared to 70 for everything else. Is that because they give the healers a big advantage? I've heard complaints that the healers can just overheal way too much. Seems to be the case. I watched a healer hold up against 3 different high-level murderers in a stream. I think I was watching Azori, or maybe it was probably an Azori stream. And they couldn't kill this dude, man. It was crazy. It's kind of tanky. Yeah, they do cost a lot of mana. I noticed that. You're right. Too much. So you got to run a big old pile of wisdom, I guess. My crit rate still is not nearly what I want, but when it hits, it's pretty hard. Pop rates are still way too fast in this game. There's a hide. Okay. That's what we're looking for. Is this just a little tiny cave I'm in here? What is going on? I need a bigger one. Here we go. Somebody down here mining. Somebody probably is. Almost every time I come here, there's somebody doing it. Yeah, see, this should probably be a node right here. South Glade Mire. Hostile. 509. Not bad. Sitting here killing the bears. Way to kill an evening. I haven't seen a mining node available yet, but I haven't seen a player either. Yeah, the charge cooldown is too long. 20 seconds is too long. Needs to be like 15 like the shield is, the barrier. How the hell am I supposed to use that in PvP if it's on a 20-second cooldown? I'm trying to deal with archers who are going to kite me. They're not thinking some of this stuff through. I can already see that trying to PvP with the melee build is going to be painful. Hide, how many do I have now? Just 2. Drop rate ain't too good. Oh, hey, here's a mining node. This will all add up. Hey, where'd you come from? Get more out of a single node now, though, at least. I guess it scales up as I get slightly higher in level. Oops, I missed that one up. What the heck? You have to take shadow. Yeah, I have a build like that. But I'm trying to do something different, I guess. It depends on how much. If I can make this guy self-sustaining enough that he's annoying, I can probably run down anybody. That's kind of the idea. But we'll see if I may be forced to take a closer look at vitality and healing to make it work. But right now, he's pretty hard to kill. It may not, it may be impossible, but I'm trying to just make something that can do a lot of front-loaded single hit damage that also is tanky, so that way I can stay alive long enough to make a difference in a PvP fight with this melee, or be able to maybe kill multiple opponents down the line. Well, you will see. But I'm keeping caps of all the different builds and trying, and eventually we'll probably find 2 or 3 that work well. But I'm a little worried about equipment in this game. I'm not sure how much it will scale as far as like money spent on it. So if some guys just have a big bank account, they may always be able to dominate simply because they can afford the better gear. I don't know. Remains to be seen. Oops. Kind of zenning out here on the grind. Legacy level 28. You just build full damage, can't damage me when they're dead. Yeah, but the problem is you get against multiple opponents, you're going to be dead. Nobody ever fights fair in games like this. I'll probably be running around solo most of the time, so I have to take that into account. Try to build a character that can be more viable by itself and have some kind of a chance to survive. Maybe, if nothing else, get away. But that's why we got the 2 different characters, so I can do int on one and then hybrid melee on the other. Let's see how it goes. I'm not going to ever get sweaty in this game, probably. No point. At the time. Now there's not a bunch of rats going around 3v1. Yeah. Well, I've seen it. I've had it happen to me. But, yeah, it's not often. But people will start running around in packs looking to murder as soon as they change anything where the fighting becomes more regular and the penalties aren't stiff to the point that it scares people away from being murderers. Then we're going to see a lot more of that, and I don't necessarily think that's a bad thing. I just want to be able to have a fighting chance. I actually want them to incentivize people to be murderers more often, frankly, because without them, it's boring. And my whole thing on this guy solo is going to be to make his bread and butter off of killing murderers anyway, so I need murderers. Give me some bad guys. I think they need to make a place where murderers can actually not worry about infamy. And then it's up to the player how deep he wants to go with his infamy levels. And if he wants to go full on infamy, you know, like Blackbeard or something like that, level infamy, then there's a place for him out in the wilds where he can go and trade and whatever with other high infamy players. They would have their own separate auction house, etc., but they would have some penalties overall. It wouldn't be quite as good as the potential of, say, Ravencrest, but they should at least be able to be viable and survivable so that they can actually still go out into the world. I think that's what I would do if I was a designer. I'd work on something like that, but it's probably a pipe dream that probably will never happen. Yeah, but seeing having no infamy is bad. You got to have, here's the thing, they got to have the balance between pleasure and pain. You can't have it so there's no infamy, then there's no incentive for people to actually do, there's no role-playing element, there's no good guy, bad guy then it's just everybody just in a constant Wild West war mode because there's no ramifications for your actions. And so where's the fun in that? So that doesn't work either. So that's never going to be that fun in, you know. What I'm saying is we need to have actual incentives for everybody to run all three of the different basic ethos types, right? Mercenary, evil, good. And they need to find a way to balance that so that there's actual action in a fantasy setting. Otherwise, it's like, well, why are we even here? Once you get a certain mine around level 30, you'll get a lot of 1v1 PvP. People always fighting in mines. Yeah. And why are they fighting in mines, right? They're fighting in mines because there's an incentive. Because somebody comes along and starts tapping your mines, and somebody's going to want to kill them in order to keep that mine to themselves. We definitely need more stuff similar to that, like Shadowbane's mechanic was brilliant, where they had the runes that you could apply to your character in order to get certain skills. They could easily add that mechanic to any game, any MMO. So you could have certain skills are only available to be added to a tree, or maybe even archetypes. They could have runes added to the game when they add new archetypes. So let's say they decide to add a necromancer archetype to the game. The only way to get the necromancer archetype is you have to go find the rune out in the wilds. And then if you go find the rune, it's only available like once a day. And that means that guys are going to fight for it. And it's a random pop. And that way people are searching around trying to find out where this rune is. And when they find it, then they don't know for sure it's going to be there. But when it is there, there could be 2 or 3 other players there all at the same time. And then all of a sudden a big fight breaks out because this is the only rune. Or you're the one who gets the rune and then somebody wants to kill you to get it before you can apply it. So there you go. That's the way to go, man. Put in stuff like that into the game, you're going to have people fighting. I've only got 3 hides so far. But that's 3 more than I had to begin with, so I'll take it. Yep. Kind of digging this build so far. I'm also experimenting with warfare for the first time, really, and seeing what potential it has and what passives I like and don't like. Oh, there's somebody. Is anybody down here? Another issue is you lose the red skull when you die, or after 15 to 20 minutes. There's no actual red players. Like you said, a bad guy town with a separate bank would be a nice addition. I was wondering about that. I did notice that. I couldn't believe it, actually, when I realized that when people die, they lose their red skull. I'm like, what the hell? Or that it fades, or that you can work it off by killing mobs. Now, working it off by killing mobs or something, I don't have a problem with. But if it fades on its own because you don't have high enough infamy and it all goes away on its own so quickly, I think that sucks because it needs to be a lot longer. You shouldn't be able to just kill somebody and then have it fade on its own because you haven't killed anybody in the last 20 minutes. But another thing they need to do, and I already wrote into them about that, you can't have people getting flagged with skulls just because they hit somebody with an AoE by accident either. You got to literally kill somebody. You can't, because that happens all the time. I noticed when there's like little events that go off where there's players, like over in Sacheko Island. I saw a guy go flagged because he probably hit somebody with his caster build with an AoE against a bunch of goblins that were aggro in the town. That's stupid. You can't have people getting flagged as murderers when they haven't actually murdered anybody. Because then immediately everybody starts attacking the guy, including me, because I didn't think about it at first. And I was like, wait a minute, he probably just flagged himself accidentally. Now, they need to talk to somebody like me who's done PvP in every damn MMO practically and just ask me, okay, what would you do? And I'd be like, well, give me a minute or a day and I'll make a list. Then you can get some ideas of what not to do, number one, and then what you might want to implement down the road, number two. But the main thing is what not to do, right? And that's like a couple things I just listed. You can't have people de-incentivized to be murderers, and at the same time, you can't have people be murderers, but it's only 20 minutes. It's like, what the hell's the point? Or it goes away when you die. Like, that doesn't make any sense. Reputations need to be reputations in a game like this. Like, word of mouth reputations should build up. Somebody should be able to see me, for instance, and know that, oh yeah, he's not a murderer. He's not known for being a murderer because I'm not showing a murderer sign. As opposed to, oh, well, I just murdered somebody 20 minutes ago and I do that every 40 minutes, or I kill one person every hour so that I'm never seen as a murderer and everybody thinks I'm safe, and then I'll just run up and kill you. And then they have to realize, oh, wait, this guy's not safe. Word will get around after a while about players, but, most likely they won't, because games nowadays don't operate like that. People don't communicate the same way they used to in something like Ultima Online. You think you... I'm pretty sure you can damage people with AoEs. If you're flagged to attack and you just aren't attacking people directly, it should be able to happen, right? Plus, what if the zone goes war during an event and nobody even realizes it? Then your AoEs will hit. Something happened to that dude that day. He went murderer, and pretty sure he hadn't been murderer just a few minutes prior. I don't know why anybody would go murder her when there's 10 goblins running around trying to kill everybody. I mean, considering that there were a lot of players there is what I'm saying. It's like, I guess there's a time and a place where it might be to your advantage, but yeah. Not in that particular guy's case. He got instantly deleted. So I assumed it was some accidental thing. Weird exceptions. You turn someone into a frog with hex, mobs kill them, and you got no infamy or skull. Confusion arrow is the same issue. Oh, see, there you go. That's why they got to have a QA team. They hired a QA guy recently, but I think it's only like a subcontractor position or something. They just need temporary in-house quality assurance, apparently. I understand that, but they're not going to get real qualified guys if they're only willing to pay them temporarily. They need to have a quality assurance lead at least full-time. But that's another industry issue that's been going on for several, well, close to a decade now. That's why you see all these companies. Nowadays, it's even worse. Oh, you want to play Ashes of Creation beta? Well, you can pay us $250 to get into our beta and test our game for us. It's like, yeah, you can kiss my ass. You should be paying me, buddy. I'm not paying you to test your game. What am I up to now? Still only 3 hides. Ay, this drop rate, man. Is there a Skinner's profession or something? Does husbandry increase the chance of getting hides off of mobs in the wild? Does anybody know? I'm starting to think we need a Skinner's profession. There isn't one. Look at this. That's a bit of an oversight. I need to make like a caves ambiance sound bank or something and be able to pop that out when I'm in these things just for laughs. Same thing with dungeons. There's just not enough randomness to these places either. I need to put in more random lootables for sure, not just these mining nodes. Especially in dungeon type areas, not necessarily the cave systems, but okay. Bear. I'm just gonna ignore you, bear. Or not. Okay. Now you die. Another thing they could do, I mean, to add spice to the world would be patrols. You know, have some scary patrols, have some less scary patrols. But you should have, like, faction patrols, like goblins are patrolling once in a while through certain regions, or orcs patrol, and those would be way more dangerous. Trolls, or a combination. You know, have them use the roadways, or certain areas have random patrols in the deserts, or what, you know, like the forests, etc., and the more wild continents. I haven't done anything and considered probably even doing that because I haven't seen it. Like World of Warcraft has patrols. Man, this floating text is so tiny. I can barely see my heels. Nope, no. At least I'll have some copper to sell when I get back to town. It's a player. Is he thinking about it? He saw how quickly I dispatched that bear and was like, The player you saw must have flagged himself or something. There's a guy trying to steal my mobs while I'm tanking. I'm standing in someone else's flame tornado in a conflict zone right now and no damage. People will figure out a way, won't they? Well, there's two stairs here. That's weird. Well, they go to two different areas too. Look at that. Never noticed that before. All right, hold on a second. I'm gonna take a snack break here. What's up, Joker? I just ran out of water in real life. Apparently, I need to hydrate more. Who needs to hydrate? I need to play the war games. Whoa, there's three of them in there. Okay. It'll be a little bit of a fight. Victory. That's it. Nothing in here but bears. Little skeletons on the ground with gold necklaces. Nothing. Wool of hair. Oh, you get that from these guys too. Okay, this is more stuff I can sell. Okay. They do drop loot bags sometimes. I'm sure eventually someone is going to have a data compilation of what drops what and at what rates, etc., etc., etc. Surprised there's not more people down here tapping the mines. I guess they're all higher level. leveled. Nice. Spiritual 20. 2 points to play around with, but probably won't spend them. I could get regenerate, but I don't really need it. I'm thinking this magic rupture might actually be a good ability to have eventually. Slows the target by 20% and gives me 20% movement speed buff for 8 seconds. That's pretty good. That's like a get out of dodge or chase somebody down ability. Oh. Dude, you're gonna die. Is he AFK or something? I think he's a Brazilian. Oh, there he is. Oh, and he's dead. Ah, okay. He's trying to die. I'm on Twitch. Did you know that? Every single time I stream, I'm on Twitch. I multi-stream. I'm on Twitch right now. You go to Twitch and watch me play. It's right now. But people aren't... They're not going to sit in my Twitch stream because I can't get the drops because I'm not big enough. I'm just a little streamer. They've got a program that's only for certain people. You got to qualify to get their drop program, which is a negative for small streamers like me. It's not helping me at all. So me streaming this game is actually not a positive. I'm only streaming it because I'm actually enjoying it. It isn't like I'm going to get much out of it, really. And people are watching on YouTube. I'm definitely getting views on YouTube, but I'm not getting people in Twitch. There's usually like right now, there's a 2-to-1 ratio between what I'm seeing as far as people watching me right now between YouTube and Twitch. Usually it's like 3 or 4 or 5 to 1. So, because everybody else is in the drop channels. Yeah, I mean, you know, that's all I say. Like, people don't know, man. It's really hard to get anywhere, to get any traction as a streamer. I mean, I've put out tons of content, but that's why I'm playing the long game, and I've been mirroring everything straight to YouTube the minute I could. And before that, I was always uploading manually and editing videos, and you know. And finally, I got to the point like, look, I can't edit these videos like spending like, you know, 2 hours on a video or more. Like for instance, I went back and I edited like I think about 8 of my old Project Zomboid videos. And it made them a lot better, but people still aren't going to watch them because they don't know they're there, you know. So I finally realized, okay, that's a huge time sink I can't afford to do. And then I finally stumbled into the restream, and then that works well. And then right as I got like into that, where I was starting to get a lot of impact, positive impact on the channel, Twitch makes that stupid rule where they told people, well, you can't restream, but the bigger people that already have contracts with us can, but you little people can't. And that killed my momentum that was building instantly. And so that killed that for about 3 months. And then they finally got their heads on straight again and realized, well, that was a mistake. And now they allowed us to do that. But then they were like, okay, but the caveat is you got to remove your chats from the stream window itself so that you're not showing other people from different platforms. God forbid they all see interaction on the screen and they see that there are people from YouTube or Kick in there. We can't have that. So then that's why there's no chat on the screen anymore. Yeah, it's just, man, it's just like one thing after another. It's like, I'll take what I can get, I guess. At least I'm back to where I'm allowed to restream on Twitch. But then I can't afford to pay for streaming to more than 2 platforms, so I just use the free model. But I would like to be streaming to Kick also. But again, it's just budgeting, right? It's like, well, you know, when I can afford it, I'll do it. But I can't afford it until I get more followers and I actually start making some money from, you know, either getting to the point where advertisements can be paying me on YouTube and or getting affiliate. I'm like a sneeze away. I've been a sneeze away from affiliate on Twitch for months. It's just people don't know enough about me, so they don't come in. So now I'm going to be forced to probably put like an avatar or one of those little talking puppets or something on the screen, because, you know, people will see that and they'll be more likely to come into the channel, because that's just how the human brain works. But that's going to cost money and or time or both to get that happening. So it's, you know, it is what it is, man. I mean, I'm not complaining, but it is rough. I would like to make streaming kind of like my retirement plan. You know, it's like, I wouldn't mind just being a streamer in my old age, but I got to have something that'll pop off. I think something will pop off eventually, God willing, but it ain't here yet. I think an MMO might be what pushes me over the top one of these days. Like if I could have been streaming back in the day, say like early World of Warcraft was like happening right now, for instance, and I was on my Warlord on the Horde on my Feral Druid, and I was just running footballs all day long in the battlefields for victory upon victory upon victory, then people would be watching me. You know what I mean? Then I would be a known person, commodity, and I'd be getting advertising payments. It's, you know, but that ain't happening yet. Yeah, I better get like a. Oh man, I was at a. I don't know if I should talk about this, but I went to a KFC today, and there was a ma'am in there, dude. That I was like looking at this, started talking to me, and I was like, I honestly had to do a double take. I was like, okay, I don't know what this person is, but I better just be friendly. But we're living in different times, man. That's all I can say. I'm just like, okay. But to their credit, they're the only one worried about getting my order done in a timely fashion. So I was like, you know, like grateful for that. But at the same time, I was confused. Okay, I'm just like, it's the current year. Yeah, we need to get beyond this whole thing where people think, well, I could just grow my nails out and put my hair up and all this, and they think they're the other sex. That whole thing needs it. That's like, come on now. Let's stop being crazy here, literally. That's about as much as I will say on here, because it's going to be on YouTube. I'll be doing on hides. Still only 4, but I've got 10 spools of hair. Those sell for a decent amount. Still, I don't think I'm going to hit my goal of 20K in the bank tonight. I spent like 80K earlier. I got a decent stack of copper ore, though. 34, 38. That's I already had 7 of these in here, the higher quality stuff out of the bank, but Stone. I've got like 19 stone. All right. I mean, I'll have a few thousand off the auction house when we get back. Arg. And that's the only thing down here. All right. Nope. Daylight. Ah, my eyes. For real, man. Jeez. Got like lamps in here that change with my screen, and then the whole room just lit up. You know, lock these bars down. I thought I had them locked. Maybe they unlocked after they patched or something. I kind of would like to get a build that I don't have to press like more than like 2 keys. That'd be perfect. It's that small cave, I think, that I'm in. Yep. All right. I gotta admit, I'm bored with the bears. Even though they give me the hides occasionally, the drop rate is too slow. Too slow to enough. Not enough to keep my attention. Sure, it's not enough to keep anybody's attention. We're out of here. They need to shrink the aggro range on these grays even more. Out of all that, I got one piece of trash. Wow. That's crazy. Yeah, the rate of trash drops is something I've seen more than a few people complain about. And I think I might start complaining about it now after that. Still 2 hours until refresh. Yeah, the bounty board refresh. Yeah. That's definitely a pay to win feature. Let's go see what we can sell in the auction house. I wonder if my sigil, my shield is customizable. Can I change the color on that sucker? I'm thinking no. That's kind of a bummer. That should be something that you should be able to change your shield, obviously. Hmm. You want to complain on the subreddit about patrons getting faster bounty resets, but I just know I'm going to get downvoted and called slurs. Yeah, that's true. You know how the Redditors are. I'm going to brighten up my armor a little bit, but yep, there's no way to change the color of the sigil on the shield. That's a bummer. Hopefully at some point they can implement guild emblems and things of that nature that we can put on shield and or cloaks, put cloaks into the game and add that as another slot to the equipment list would be a logical addition they could do. I mean, even Ultima Online had cloaks, man. What the heck? We could dye different parts of our equipment and all right, I'm back. Let's see. Hair. Spool of hair. 170 a pop. I think I was trying to sell some earlier. It looks like they sold. All right. There's 12 more. 69. Place order. And hides. 588 piece. $587. That'll sell pretty quick. Stone. $45 a piece. $44. Copper ore. $44 a piece. Actually, I guess it shows current sell offers over here. You can actually probably sort it right here. Save myself a minute. Yep. All right, fine. 44. Boom. That makes life easy. That's easy mode. Uh, 47. Yeah, see, my stuff's already selling. Boom. Sold all that hair for 1,947 silver. I had sold for 2,255 silver. Just like that, lickety split. Love it. Great offer. All the other stuff just sold too. There's more. $47. Great offer again. $48. We got this elven hair cosmetic. What is this stuff going for? A bunch of this crap. $20 each. Not even worth selling, to be honest. And I think that's it. Got more stuff that I'll bank. Hey, but not bad. I'm up to 16K all of a sudden from like 5K after all that. Little bear run paid off. That's how you use the auction house, in case anybody hasn't done that before. It's still coming in. Another 185 silver. Okay. They really need to work with these windows too, so that when you open up the bank and you open up your inventory, it situates itself automatically against the window of the bank. You know, I shouldn't have to be dragging stuff all around all the time, but I'm constantly doing that in this game. And mainly because when there's stuff that I want to see, like floating text for like when I take loot bags, for instance, the text doesn't float above the inventory window. I'm always moving it to see. That's an easy fix. I don't know why they haven't done it. Why? Because they just, I bet their laundry list is pretty long of things they need to do. Let's see. I bet these petals are worth, because they're rare. But I could be wrong. I thought the same thing about wolf skulls, and I was wrong, so. All right. Feed my moa. That is still not going to be enough to get me a shield. But let's have a look. Tier 3. Weapons. Tower shields. Yeah, lowest price is 18K. And these all kind of suck too. It's not bad. Four dex, 2 intelligence, 1 impact, 2 spell defense. 30K. Holy crap. Why are these damn shields so expensive? What am I not understanding about shields? There's another decent one. This is actually good. Dex, wisdom, might, haste, 2 impact. $30K. 30 freaking K. Dude. Good thing I can't full loot people. I'd be probably tempted to murder somebody right now. Stuff soulbound. Why can't we sell our soulbound crap gear back to a vendor too? Why is that not a thing? I mean, good grief, at least give us a couple of silver pieces instead of just having to trash this stuff. Yeah, the economy, I don't know, man. A little tight. Let's see. I mean, I could try fishing, I guess. But even the fishing doesn't look too thrilling. I could try killing wolves and see if they drop faster than bears for hides. Where are some wolves that would be a decent level, like, I don't know, 20 to 25, something in that range, maybe higher. I mean, I could do up to 30. Ellis Mira? What's an Ellis Mira? Oh, that's the elves. Well, at least the game's got me looking around a little bit now. I know I don't have any problems with the trolls. Whispering Fountains, 23 to 35. What the heck is down there? Let's go take a little look at places we've never been. Silent rain needs addressing too. It's annoying. Wait a minute, how do I get out of here? What are these things? What, like tree ants? Okay, I've never been down here. Seems probably wreck me. Level of these things. They're not going to drop hides, obviously. Looking for wolves or bears of a higher level. 25, Elderwood Goliath. Plateau with nothing on it. Desert. Player housing. Whoa, what the heck? Hey, there's something over there to loot. What's in here? Oh, there's big bears. Oh no, let's see how this goes for a second. Barely denting this thing. Look at this. Okay, I'm out of here. That's crap. So the level difference matters that much? Holy smokes. To be fair, I'm only 22 effective though, so there you go. 13 points is too much. I need like 9 or less, I think, right? Something like that. All right, well, I did find some bears though. I can handle those. 659, not bad EXP. But what do they drop? Probably... Ooh, blood red saps. That sells for 100 silver. The heck? That's not bad. $723 EXP. I kind of like these guys. Not too shabby. How come they haven't come up on my radar on the bounties? Whoa, what's flashing? What the hell that's all about? What is that all about? You guys see that? The heck? Game's freaking out. Still freaking out. Are those supposed to be weather effects? Or is that just the game being... It's just the game being weird. Oh my god. It moved my damn UI around. Just go into windowed mode. Oh, lovely. Great. Okay. Have to fix that. Yeah. They need to make sure that doesn't happen. Alright, hold on. I'm probably gonna have to log out of the game and back in because I don't know what else to do about this flashing that's happening. But let me fix my UI. Man, I had this all nice and customized, damn it. No, 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 no. Why is this not moving? There. Good. That'll work. All right. Hold on a second. I'll be right back with this. Hopefully this fixes it. Nope, still flashing. What in the world? Alright, just start the whole game over again. Turn off my antivirus too, just in case. Well, I don't think that had anything to do with it. There's some kind of internal bug that just manifested. I think it's some kind of weather effects thing going sideways. Because it's raining in other parts of the world, and suddenly I was doing that near the desert. Who knows? Actually, probably won't be grinding much longer. Maybe another 15 minutes. That'll put us around 3 hours for this session. I think that'll be good enough. What do y'all think? You guys asleep yet, or are you still out there grinding? There's a mixture. No Morrowind music. You're hearing some Oblivion in there. Reconnecting. This game takes a crazy amount of time to initialize for such a... Alright, I think the flashing is... Alright, I snuck a pretzel. Oh, okay, the flashing's gone. Some got a bug. He's a tough one. Enchanted acorn. That sells for 210. Man, these guys got some decent loot when it drops. The tentacles drag you to hell all of a sudden. Poetry, man, sorry. For the kingdom. I don't know what you did wrong, but I need silver. And we'll make excuses. Too shabby. 22 effective versus 25 and not even flinching. How do I get over to that? How do I get over there? Box with shinies on it, I gotta go open. I appreciate everybody lurking and hanging out and chatting tonight. It makes it a lot easier to grind in a game like this when you at least got somebody else experiencing the same thing a little bit. Misery loves company. Oh, hello. Have you had that happen, Ryan, with the flashing? Yeah. I guess the game is kind of buggy, unfortunately, but not terrible. I think I found it. Ha ha! Screen cap. It's in here. Ooh, Ravencross and boost. 1,000 silver. Thank you very much. And some wine for later. Too bad. Hey, water sounds. But you can't hear this. A mysterious silent waterfall over there. Whoa, hey, get off me. Some shopping. He's dropped a large wooden hand. That sells for 52 silver. Whoa, okay. Ouch. How many of you? Okay, I might have to drink a pot. I think I will. Okay, that was a little scary. I'm glad there wasn't a third of them. I'd have been donezo. Indian vine. Sells for just 14 silver. Okay. And you already repopped. Wow. That is obnoxious. They start to just pummel the crap out of me. Hi, jeez. And that's why the pop rates need to be lowered. Thank you very much. They think everybody's going to be at the same level as every... Oh, come on, man. You're not going to get people roaming around if you're going to have pop rates like that. Okay. Oh, well, of course. I'm just trying to go back to the base of operations. This guy's got a nice place to live right here, right near these dudes. Is there any possibility that there's a small... Nope. Not that I would be able to afford to even put down a plot, probably. Which begs the question, how do these guys afford to put down plots so fast and so early anyway? Oh, here's a gigantic one. Hey. $5 million. $5 million for this. How much does this cost? Holy crap. Of course, I don't have the money for this. I'm just like screwing around, seeing how this works. All right, so here's 2 plots, but you know, you gotta be Elon Musk to put a house here. Why in the world did they decide to go with a housing method where pricing is that high for the majority of what I've seen? That doesn't make a whole lot of sense. No wonder people don't have houses out. They should have had much smaller houses. And without all this spam too, by the way. Huh, an NPC out here. What's he doing?
I used to be a woodcutter, but after the Elderwood Grotto, I'll never do it again.
What the heck? What do you think you're doing right now, dude?
The forest, it came alive. And I don't mean no haunted trunks. I'm talking real live trees walking around, tall as Ravencrest's walls. My mates and I got out as fast as we could, and I never looked back since. Between haunted trunks and those walking trees, it's just hard for me not to think of all trees as living beings.
And yet here he is, chopping a tree. I guess technically it's a dead tree. Trees grow for hundreds of years, only to be chopped down in mere hours.
Yeah, something just don't seem right about that. Anyways, if you need fresh lumber, take my advice and steer clear of the Elderwood Grotto.
I think I was just there, I'm pretty sure. Well, this is Whispering Fountains, but that's probably where this Elderwood Grotto is that he's talking about. All right, back to town. It's after midnight here. I'm going to wrap up the stream pretty soon. Again, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Probably more Ravendawn through Friday, and then on Saturday is going to be Elden Ring again. And I'll get butchered all over again in Elden Ring as I relearn the controls. If you want a good laugh, tune in for that. I'll probably be early afternoon, I would imagine, on Saturday, Eastern Standard Time. I got this Dungeon-Born demo on my desktop. I haven't even fired that game up, but it looks like Dark and Darker. I might stream that sometime this week, just for laughs. It's the same stuff. It is, but I don't know. It's weird how this stuff doesn't organize right next to each other between this different types, whether it's different quality or if it's soulbound and or just basic version. Why they're not sorting right next to each other. I don't really have anything to drop off in there. Probably just gonna sell the trash. There was decent trash from those tree men though. Comparatively. I just got lucky. Alright, what are we looking at here? 18K. So I might actually have enough barely to get the lowest standard shield I could find. Let's have just one more look before I call it. Yeah, at least I made enough, technically, to buy a tier 3 shield. Tower shield. Yep. One crystal, no quality crystals. Yeah, I'm still gonna have to keep making some money or make friends with a blacksmith. That's not a bad one. Ah, man. Don't tell me I'm going to have to do some trade craft stuff. Actually, I think I have a couple things in my pack, don't I? I could actually... Trade pack certificate can be exchanged for a trade pack. Level 70 is also required for a large house. I bet there's a 70 out there. I know there's a bunch of 65s running around. So it wouldn't surprise me. I've got some wagon parts. I guess I can try my hand at fishing and doing some of the trade pack stuff to make up the difference on what I'll need for the shield, and I'll get that experience at some point. Maybe next episode. Who knows? Oh, got a supply bag. Another 60 silver. How's my Dawn Essence doing? Hey. and buy a Raven pack. All right. Close out the stream with a fresh Raven pack. Let's see what we get here. Ooh, well, 4 out of 5 new ones. That's not a bad roll. What do we get here? Witchcraft, Arcane Pulse, which I'm probably not going to use. Hey, Mazai Chick, thank you. From Russia. You might be the first Russian I've ever had in my chat. You're certainly the first Russian to ever say hello in the chat. So, welcome, welcome. Unfortunately, I'm getting ready to close out the stream here. I've been on for over 3 hours on the second stream of the day, but let's look at these fresh cards real quick. Oh, here, this is usable. I've been thinking about taking this Magic Rupture in my build. This is Mana Storm Jin. Targets under the effect of Magic Rupture take 18% increased damage from Arcane Pulse and Arcane Torrent. Well, that sucks because I'm probably not going to waste points in those on this particular build. But it's better than nothing else. This is nice. Witchcraft Mirror Image. I definitely would like to have Mirror Image in the build at some point. Mirror Images now deal 35% increased damage. This is a teal card. It's actually a pretty good card. Another Witchcraft. Siphon. Ticks of Siphon will also reduce the target's haste by 1%, increasing your haste by the same amount. This bonus ends when Siphon ends. Siphon's cooldown is increased by 5 seconds. Siphon. Here's Siphon. It's a 4-pointer. And Mirror Image is a 5-pointer. Nice thing about Mirror Image, I don't have to worry about spell strength with something like this. Intelligence won't matter. This is all about just having more effectiveness from the mimics. So it should work with just about any build. But I'll have to take a closer look at it. Don't tell anyone, but it's better to open packs 5 times. It forces you to get 25 cards that aren't the same with each other as long as same cards are different rarity. Is that true? What the heck? You're probably right. Because it does it all at the same time? I don't think I've even done the 5 option. Huh. Good to know. So I guess I should just sit on packs, but that's going to be... that takes a while. And they're going to end up getting me to cough up some coin in real life for this game, aren't they? I don't know. I need another game to come along to pull me away from Ravendawn for a while, I think. Sorry, Ravendawn fans, but like, I don't know. Magic Rupture. The card only increases damage from Arcane Pulse and Arcane Torrent, which I would be silly to really spend points in. As a melee hybrid, melee focused build, as far as I'm concerned. Although I'm still not sold on this as being something I'm going to be maining as far as builds. I'm just experimenting still. Really, I mean, without being able to PvP at my level, I can't really gauge much anyway. I mean, Not that I couldn't PvP, it's just that the odds of me running into PvP are next to nil. No, you can't buy packs with real money, but by spending the money on a monthly patron, everything would increase that much faster, so I would generate the packs faster, let's just be honest. So I mean, there's a reason why people are like, you know, level 65. They sure as hell. They're either, well, number one, a lot of those guys are account sharing. Tryhards, probably with no jobs, and, you know, they're probably all in college or something. So that's one reason they're 65. But then, of course, they're also probably pooling their spare change and patron. They would have to be using patron. Why wouldn't they? So, I mean, I could, I guess, throw some money at this game, but, you know, I don't know. I want this to be kind of something I do in the background, not something that takes over my channel. I like it, but I don't like it that much. And there's, like I say, like I explained earlier, if I was able to do drops, and if that was actually benefiting me, so that people could come into my channel, get drops, watch my stream, find out if they like my style or not, you know, that would be fine. But that doesn't work. Their program for this game for streamers is only for people that are already established. So that's another reason why I'm like not going to be marrying the game anytime soon. It's not really going to benefit me as much as it already benefits bigger streamers. So there you go. That kind of stinks, but it is what it is. I always have to strategize what I stream, and that is just a fact of life. Yeah, Ryan, I was actually surprised. I was excited at first. I was like, oh yeah, wow, cool. You know, this will be a great way for them to get more publicity, and they'll have more people streaming it. But that's not what they're after. They're just after the bigger. I mean, I get it. They want the bigger streamers because they have more viewers on the average. Okay, but I don't think it was necessarily the right choice for the community as a whole. But yeah, man. It is what it is. The top players are the only ones who play 15 hours a day. All the houses have been bought by them. Yeah, obviously it must be that, because there's no way. I've been putting in maybe, I don't know, what did I do today? This morning I did like an hour before I had to run to work, and now I just did 3 hours and 12 minutes is my clock now. So on the average, I've been averaging somewhere between 4 to 6 hours a day tops for this. Yeah, there's no way I can keep up with people that are account sharing, spending at least 15 hours a day plus in the game. Eventually could catch them, but there's no cap on the levels in the game. It'll start to soft cap, I guess, once you get to 75 is what I've heard, but there's no limit. So the bigger thing is, the bigger concern is economics. The economy for players is, I think, what's going to imbalance things in PvP, where you're going to have people in guilds that are going to do the usual. They're going to have all the good gear. They're going to have all the best of everything. And then even if you run into them at equal level, they're going to just beat the crap out of you because they're going to have better gear. They're going to have all these imbuements and stuff that I just will never be able to afford, because they can afford to throw hundreds of thousands of silver pieces at their account. So that's going to end up being an issue unless they find some way to balance it, and I don't know if that will ever get balanced. So it'll end up being a little bit like Albion and other games, where it's going to be a Zerg fest between major guilds. I hope it doesn't get to the point where it just destroys the game, like when Crowfall was trying to survive. The big guilds pretty much crushed Crowfall because under the weight of the Zerg. I don't know. I don't think this will be in danger of that necessarily, because it has different mini games and different economic things happening between the boating and the fishing, and the professions are handled a little bit better, but there's always that danger. Land gives you such a huge advantage too. Free XP that gets you even farther on the curve. Not to mention they get 300k per hour just from having the land. Holy crap, I didn't know that. That is a pretty huge advantage. Yeah, well, and there you go. That's why, I mean, I like this game, and I appreciate that it's a free-to-play model, and I think that's great. There's definitely people all around the world that can have fun with this game. Don't get me wrong, and they are. But as far as something that I would ever main on the channel, there's no way. I just can't. Could never do it. For all the reasons I've already explained. Plus the stuff you're telling me, it's like, there's just no way. Even if I was to pay and patron, I would never be able to catch up. I simply just wouldn't be able to do it because I can't focus on just one game. And I don't want to be like part of a guild and all that and just do nothing but Ravendawn. No, there's other stuff coming down the pipe. This is going to be a great year for games. There's no way I could see myself just spending all my time in this. This will be something I keep streaming for fun. As long as people like to chit chat and they're enjoying what I'm doing on occasional streams like this, we're good. But let's face it, man, I have bigger aspirations for stuff like, you know, PAX Day. I really want to get into the PAX Day beta. Bad. Anybody who's seen me do my Valheim stuff knows why. I want to build stuff. Plus, I think the game just has a lot of potential all the way around. It looks beautiful. It's Unreal 5 engine. I think the setting has great potential, you know, based on a lot of medieval folklore and stuff from Europe. I mean, that could be cool. And it's an open world, true open world, where all the players will be writing the stories kind of deal, more like classic Ultima Online was. And then you've got Ashes of Creation. I won't be getting to that beta anytime soon, not with a $250 plus price tag. That's not happening. But I think we're all looking forward to when that game finally opens up to open beta and then final release. I think that game has the most potential currently of any classic MMO style game in development. And there are some that are out there that are still being developed. There's a Camelot, Dark Ages of Camelot follow-up that's in development, but most people don't know about it. And I hope it stays on. I don't know where they're getting their funds from, but I get emails all the time from that one with updates, and it's just like, that would be cool. For anybody who's ever played Dark Age of Camelot especially, that could be exciting. That would be a 3-faction game. So there'd be constant PvP. What else? Star Citizen, of course, but like, when the hell is Star Citizen is going to come out? But we might get the military campaign this year. What am I forgetting? What else is on the horizon that's got people excited and I'm not thinking of right now? I'm sure there's a few. But it's, you know. Oh. Space Marine 2 is coming. Definitely playing that. I got algorithm information today from YouTube, and I get a lot of attention from my Warhammer content. That kind of shocked me. So I'll probably have to keep that in mind. I still, of course, have Darktide on my hard drive. I got Vermintide on my hard drive, Vermintide 2. I should probably return and do a few more streams of Darktide. If nothing else, I didn't get my Ogre into 30. I was like real close though, to max level, when I jumped off to some other stuff. And then there's the, what do you call it? The Psyker class that I haven't touched. So, who knows, you might be seeing some more of that at some point, but I'm not feeling it right now. And I don't know. I would like to do some wargaming on the channel, but I don't know if people would dig it. I would like to probably do Project Zomboid again one of these days. I'm still waiting for them to put out an update that really pulls me back in. Dragon's Dogma 2. Oh. Yeah, that definitely is a possibility. I might purchase that and play it. That's another reason why I did the Dragon's Dogma episodes, just to get a taste of what that game is about. But I don't know. I've heard they've got, like, who wasn't it one of you guys was telling me they're going to be selling stuff in that game, but I don't know if that's real or not. But anyway. And then there was something else that just like popped in and out of my brain. What the heck was it? It's too late at night. It was there and then it's gone. Anyway. But yeah, anyway, it's going to be a great year for gaming, as long as the Earth doesn't explode and we don't have another world war or something, God forbid. But yeah, yep. If you guys, I might put out a poll on the YouTube. See if I can get some feedback on what kind of games people are most excited about that are coming up. Oh, I know what it was. Last Epoch. The action ARPG, the ARPG. That's coming out in just a couple days, isn't it? What the heck is the date today? 15th. So I think it's coming out in 6 days. I think it's coming out on the 21st. That looks way better than Diablo 4, which I chose not to play on past the beta. I didn't purchase it, but I might buy that one. People have said that it's superior to Diablo 4, not as complex as Paths of Exile. So that might hit the sweet spot. And it looks like it's got some really good mechanics in it. And they've improved the look of it even more. I didn't think it looked bad before, but now it's even better looking. So, and the price tag is only $35. Literally half the price of all these so-called AAA games. So that game is going to sell like mad dogs on the 21st. It'll definitely top the sale charts on Steam, guaranteed. Oh my God, League of Legends. Oh, I tried League of Legends years ago. I don't know what the draw is, frankly. I was just like, huh? Okay, no thanks. It's like, you got to basically marry that game and get a PhD in the classes that you're running. And constantly, no, I was like, no. I don't need this kind of stress in my life to play a video game. Like, no thanks. And then the toxic community, like, you have to be on top of it every second. Otherwise, you're going to get, like, badgered. I was like, not for me. Not my style of game anyway, really. I just, like, didn't find it that amusing. I don't get into those. I've tried some of that stuff, but like I've avoided a lot of that stuff. Like, what was it, Smite, a bunch of other similar games. It's just never, I don't know, for some reason I'm just not interested. Even though I like combat and PvP, those not my flavor. I do love stuff like, I like it when there's more of a world element to it, which is why I was kind of excited by V Rising, but V Rising, unfortunately, I'm not sure why, but it just wasn't conducive to PvP for some damn reason. I've played on several private servers for that game and could almost never find a fight, and when I did, it was usually trash fights. And more often than not, it was just people that were coming at me to destroy my property in the game, either when I was online or offline, using some kind of exploit or some kind of shenanigans where they were supposed to only be fighting 1v1, but they had like obviously secret patrons that were giving them equipment and stuff. Then I had to call them out on it. And anyway, it just unfortunately has fallen to the wayside because of they can't seem to get the PvP element right in that game. But it's a great setting and it's a great open world environment where I would thrive on that kind of PvP, but it's just, I don't know. The player base itself, I think, is its own worst enemy in that game. You're thick-skinned, but you got PTSD from what people told you in League of Legends? Yeah, I believe it, man. I've heard the horror stories about the toxicity levels that can happen in that community. Yeah. I'm trying to even think of the last time. Man, when's the last time I actually had a really enjoyable PvP experience? I mean, I had a couple of decent fights in V Rising at one point early on. When the game was super fresh, nobody really knew what was going on. I was fighting a couple of guys repeatedly in a session. I don't know if I even was streaming that. I probably wasn't, unfortunately. I think I was. I think I got one of those on the stream. So they might be in the YouTubes. But yeah, but maybe I should. I've heard good things about Elder Scrolls Online. Have any of you guys played Elder Scrolls Online, ESO? And I like the Elder Scrolls world. It might just be fun just to tinker around in that. Get some more of the lore experience, if nothing else, and explore. They put out a lot of expansion, so I mean, it must be pretty big at this point. Although I don't know, the engine's the same as Star Wars: The Old Republic, so I'm a little wary of that. I would imagine it's not the greatest engine, but they must have improved upon it because it's been more successful than I ever expected it to be. So. Black Desert Online, I love the look of the game, but I don't know. They've got some security thing that I got wind of, and I just refused to install that thing on my computer. So, no thanks. What is it with some of these Asian companies, man? It's like you install their software, it's like putting a big Trojan horse on your computer. Anyway, I'm just winding down. If you guys think of anything cool that's coming that I forgot about, leave them in the comments on the YouTube video of this episode if you feel like it. And I will see you all probably in the morning. I'll be grinding a little bit if I wake up early enough. But other than that, expect me again probably tomorrow evening. Unless I have to host some friends maybe at the house. I'm not sure what's going on this weekend. There seems to be something going on here maybe, but I have to wait and find out. Other than that, my schedule will still be typically mornings and evenings, and then Saturday afternoon we'll do the Elden Ring. And hopefully, if we're lucky, I might get back to some Dungeons and Dragons with my people on Fantasy Grounds on Sunday. Fingers crossed. We're gonna make some D&D happen one way or another. We're having the old typical thing that everybody runs into with Dungeons and Dragons is trying to find time to get your group together, whether it's virtual or not. So, but that's hopefully coming up. It's been like 3 or 4 weeks now, like almost a month since the last time we played. So we're doing the Strahd Barovia thing, and it's getting pretty spicy. So I would like to get back to it and see how we fare. Apparently, we're headed into some rough waters here pretty soon in the next episode of that. So maybe somebody might die. Maybe the whole group get a total group kill out of that, maybe for the dungeon master. Who knows what will happen? But I know so far we've all survived. Although somebody did lose an arm at one point, and I think somebody else lost a leg or got close to losing a leg. So he had to tone down the critical hit system a little bit, I think. Anyway, you guys, I appreciate you hanging and watching. I will be back soon. You guys have a great rest of your evening or morning, wherever you are, and I will see you again the next time.